Hey, guess what? Good morning, everybody. Guess what time it is, Joel?
What time is it,
Well,
Keith?
it is time once again for the Smack and Jack show here from lovely Westchester, Pennsylvania. We got a very special show
do have a
today,
very
Joel.
special show.
First of all, happy Veterans Day to everybody, and that's
Today.
That's today, and
Veterans
that's why
Day is
it
today.
is such a special show.
Yeah.
Joel. So
Yeah. Hi, guys. We started like 2 minutes early today.
it was going to be about 10 or 15 minutes early, but
That's right.
2 minutes is better than no minutes.
2 minutes early is much better than 10 minutes late
or a week late.
or a week late. Right? Not at all. We want to make sure we got everything down. We got our streaming going, so we have.
Yeah.
I got my little headphone thing. These aren't even called headphones, are they? These are called earbuds, right?
Buds, yes.
Yeah. So when I'm talking here, it comes through.
Oh, kind of like they do in a real studio.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So
almost.
everything I'm saying comes through here like 2 minutes later,
Oh,
or
that's great.
30 seconds later.
Yeah.
So it's hard to listen to that while we're going. But it sounds like we have contact.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
We're
We
there
are live. Good.
So all right. So shall we start the show? It is 9:15. It is 9:15. So we started 2 minutes early, and now we're right on time.
Alrighty. So grab a cup of coffee. Right, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
get in.
Grab your coffee, sit back, and we'll be back in a second.
All right.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smack and Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Wenderman.
All right, we're on. What are we doing today, Keith?
All right, we got a packed show today. Well, we got a couple of videos we're going to do that
Yes.
you put together during
We
the
have some
week.
special videos.
Special videos that we're going to highlight some of the people we know that have been in the services,
Yep.
past or with us and not with us anymore.
Yeah,
and
still with us, and those who've moved on.
Yes.
That's our veterans roll call. So the veterans roll call, well, I'll explain that when we get to that. Okay, and what we have after that, Keith?
We've got some veterans facts. Joel asked me to come up with 10 facts, and I'm thinking, how do I do that? And I found 11. So we're going to read them off.
Did you discover the internet?
That's research. Actually finding what that little thing on my
Absolutely.
desk is.
Absolutely,
And then, you push the
right.
right button, boom, you're
Indeed.
in touch with the world. So anyway, yes,
All
we're
right,
going to
and
read
then-
some of them off.
So after the facts, Keith's going to do his quotes.
Yep,
and,
I got a couple of nice quotes, patriotic quotes that
Yep.
we're going to do today.
Yep. And then we have, to finish up our veteran portion of our show today, we have a Salute to Veterans video. So that's going to encompass all veterans. Our first veterans roll call are the veterans who sent their names to us, either friends or family, either on Facebook or off Facebook.
Right.
They sent their names to us to be included in today's today's show. The Salute to Veterans is a video really for everybody.
Right.
I mean, obviously, this whole show is for all veterans,
Yes.
but just a little bit more general. And then we're still going to do our
Yeah, we got to do our birthday minute because that's
we
a
still
big
have
part
our
of our.
birthday minute. Yeah,
And
so
we have a couple of announcements, right? Are
Yep.
we doing this all in order, Joel?
Yeah.
Or, we got a few things we want to announce,
yep.
and that's looks like going to be our show. So
Yeah, so let's get on to our announcements first. What do you want to say about
right. First off, since we are in Westchester, Chester County, Pennsylvania, there is a Veterans Day parade today from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. in Westchester. So if you're in the area, go down, check it out. It's a big, they do it pretty good. Actually, there was one in media yesterday.
There was
Right.
There was a parade in media yesterday. It happened to be like the probably the coldest day since 2 years ago.
Yes, I have a dear friend that was in it, and he was freezing, and so were all the other vets. And
Yep,
hopefully,
my darling little girl Sophia was
Yes.
marching with the Springton Lake band with Pancrest, and it was
kids were freezing. So
it was a little chilly out
It'll
there.
probably be just as cold today for today's parade in Westchester. But if you're out and about, stop by and show your respect for the all our vets.
Yeah. It's great to be for those parades and just see everybody go by who's been part of
making America
building
great.
our country.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, our heroes. Okay, so the second announcement we want to make sure we again bring to your attention those who are in the local Delaware County area, Pennsylvania, the Christchurch Starfest Christmas Bazaar, and I have some
That time of year.
Yeah, I have some pictures to show you on my page here. Let's see if I can get to there. Where are we here? Oh yeah, there it is. So there's our posting right there. Now, if you scroll down a little bit here, some of you have already seen this. This is my lovely wife, Stephanie. Man, is she working hard yesterday
might have to
and today?
close the shop and take a ride over. Look
Yeah.
at those pies.
So these are the pies that she just took over to the church to be sold. Now, folks, these are completely homemade pies. The crusts, everything is homemade. Now, I will say the pumpkin pie, just most people buy the pumpkin filling, which she does too. But the crust, a lot of times you get homemade pies, but they buy the crust.
They buy the crust or
somewhere.
It's a rolled up. Yep.
These are, and I will tell you, we have tested, like you've tested some of these, right?
And we grew up, our mother was just like this.
Exactly.
Just like Steph.
Right.
And, you can't get that anymore. So,
So-
she's really, in the last couple of months, she's found her niche, I think.
She certainly has.
Yeah.
She's been baking every single. At one point, we had so many pies, I didn't know which one to eat. Because she's testing out all her recipes, this, that, and
That's
everything.
awesome.
So that goes today at 9:00, 311 South Orange Street, Media, Pennsylvania. It's going on as we speak.
Yes.
As we speak.
I bet you they're going to be gone by the time I get down there.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. All right. So, we'll talk about that one in a minute. Let's get back to our show. All right. So, what's our first thing on the agenda here in our Veteran Salute? You notice, I'm hoping everybody noticed that we put our flag up here today.
We were going to do a green screen. This was easier to hang than the green screen and then put a real big, but anyway.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll hang there for the whole show and not fall off. Take my samples down with it, but
okay.
That's our, so I guess we're going to do the roll call, right?
Okay, so let me explain just a little bit more about the roll call video I have. So as we had mentioned earlier, we put out a request to all our friends on Facebook and off of Facebook to send us the name of their favorite veteran, whether it be themselves or family members, friends. So we had a lot of responses. We have about 34, 35 names in this presentation here. Sorry.
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, there you go.
So thank you for sending in all your names, whether it be yourself, your loved ones, your family. Some people send in grandfathers, fathers, and so forth, sons, cousins, and it's great. So we are going to completely step out of the screen for this. I'm going to push play on the video, and it goes for a few minutes. So stay with us. There's some have just the names and where they served. Some have the names, the years, and where they served. Some have pictures. But all we can say is thank you, and we hope you enjoy this video. Be patient with me. Let's hope everything goes off here without issue. So here's our first Veterans Day presentation. This one is called Roll Call. Okay, we'll move down here.
Loose the faithful lightning of his terrible swift
Very nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
All right.
Yes.
So, I hope you enjoyed that. I did want to say that I will be posting all of these videos, or both of the videos that we have on Facebook and on YouTube,
Okay.
so that anybody can go back and share them and so forth.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But we hope you enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun to put together. You know, when when you get all that information, a lot of people send a lot of good personal stuff, which I couldn't include all that into the slides, but
Right.
it's touching.
Yeah,
it's
is.
touching.
Yep.
It's,
And
and
people
there's-
that I didn't know that your father-in-law was in the service. It's
Yeah,
like everybody.
right.
It seems from
there was a
earlier
generation.
generations,
It
ju-
seemed
just
that,
everybody
that's
was in
what you
the
did.
yes. Yep. Yep.
So it was, sometimes I read through all that, I feel a little guilty that I wasn't.
Yes, I know. And, at the time when we were 18, 19 years old, didn't seem like there's something to go. But there's, like you'll mention later, there's something going on all the time
Yep.
in the world that the armed
Yeah.
forces are
Exactly.
needed for every single
Right.
day.
And
So,
when we don't know about it, because we can sleep pretty comfortably.
yes, that's,
Right?
because they make their sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Shall we move on with
Yes.
our quotes and facts? Why don't you
Yeah,
take
sure.
over for a minute here, and then
Okay.
I'll jump back in with some other stuff.
Yeah, okay. So we got some facts about veterans here, and see if I can get through these without stumbling too much. Veterans are people who served in the military, U.S. Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, and Coast Guard in times of war and peace. In 2013, there were 38,140 veterans who served through all World War II, Korea War, and the Vietnam War eras. In the United States, Veterans Day is celebrated on November 11th every year, the same day that World War I hostilities formally ended, at the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month. Pretty interesting.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Veterans Day, which pays tribute to all veterans, living and dead, differs from Memorial Day, during which we pay tribute to those who lost their lives in combat. Differs. There are currently over 2 million female veterans in the United States. That's pretty.
That's a huge number.
Yeah, that is. I didn't know that. I know that they haven't been. Well, they have been in the armed services really forever.
Yeah.
3 states are home to more than 1 million veterans: California, 1.8 million; Florida, 1.5 million; and Texas, 1.7 million. It's quite a.
That's huge.
Yeah. The unemployment rate of post 9/11 veterans, also known as Gulf War era 2 veterans, is 6.2%, which is, I think, quite a bit higher than the national average of unemployment. Nearly 10 million veterans are age 65 or older.
Yeah, which goes back to our comment that we just made that
Yes.
that generation before us, there's so many people went into the armed forces.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. Veterans make up 12% of the adult homeless population, that's not very good at all.
Yeah, that's staggering.
70% of homeless veterans suffer from substance abuse, while 50% experience mental health issues such as post-traumatic stress disorder, which makes it hard to maintain relationships and hold down a job.
Yep.
After being deployed, or even in what's going on today, coming back from what they've seen and what they've had to endure, watching their fellow soldiers not necessarily come back. And the last fact that I'm going to read off is many homeless veterans end up living on the streets for 9 or 10 times during the length of their
deployments.
Yes.
So which means that if they're deployed for 4 years,
I don't really get
then they're often living on the streets for 4 times.
Yes.
Or I'm sorry, 8 times.
8 times
that.
For every.
So,
8 times the amount of
a huge number of years that they're living on the streets versus the service that they put in.
Right. So anyway,
that's
a pretty good. And as I was looking up this stuff, there's so many veterans. Actually, when I bought coffee this morning, the veterans were out there collecting money, and they support all these issues that veterans have.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, and I can't remember what they were called, but veterans organizations to help vets in trouble and need after they come out. So, make donations. All these websites have donation sites that you can donate to and help out your people that helped you out. So.
Why don't I show the slide that my friend posted?
Okay. Yes.
Do
that because that's kind of
feeds right into that. So this came up on my feed yesterday from a friend of mine. Saturday, approximately 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Whoops, let me screen share this. Sorry, folks. Let me screen share this so you can see and read it with me. Where do I want to go here? There we go. Sorry. Approximately 22 veterans a day commit suicide. 22 friends post. Now, I have to be honest, I get a number of posts like this that come across my feed that I think, I don't know if I'm going to share that or not. But I'm going to start. Especially with veterans and so forth. Just getting these phone numbers out to one person.
Right.
And somebody sees that, or, a friend sees it and knows somebody
who may be in need or may be suffering that hasn't told anybody, or it's
right.
Yep.
So I'll leave that up there for now. You can take a look at it if you like for me to share. Well, I am going to share it. I was going to do it now, but I'm afraid
we don't want to shut down this broadcast. Right. I think we're doing pretty well right now.
Exactly. So I'm afraid I'll disconnect this. So all right. So why don't we move on? Shall we do the wartime?
Yeah, sure.
Now, at this point,
you want to do that?
Yeah, and then we can get to the quotes in a minute. Okay, so I found this website just as we were looking through today. Let me make sure I'm still sharing this. Yeah. All right, so this particular site, and anybody can look up anything that we're going over today. This, none of what we're sharing right now is a secret.
Or tough to find.
Exactly. So everybody can look this up. But I found that this was very interesting. I kind of had an idea about this anyway, but America has been at war 93% of the time that it's been in existence.
Been America, yes.
Basically, right? And then that's not even counting before 1776.
Right, yes.
So that's, the number of veterans, you think, if you think peacetime, there is really, like, we think right now we're living in peacetime. Well, we're not.
We're
there's
not.
things, and it's not.
And even before 9/11, we really weren't.
Exactly.
I mean, there's
right. There's we have people all over this planet,
deployed, yes,
everywhere, in some way or fashion, are risking their lives, just almost every day. All the way up. Look at these. We still have people in Afghanistan. How long has that been going on?
Yep.
Iraq, that the whole part of the world over there. And I know there's different thoughts on that. There's different opinions. A lot of those opinions are of course, soldiers come back and they have their opinions of what they've gone through. But a lot of opinions are formed by people like you and me in this comfortable environment.
Right.
And we don't know what's going on, and we don't see a lot of times how our soldiers are helping people in other countries.
Yes.
And we can only rely on reporters and the media to show us that, but I don't know if we ever get the real story or.
No, we never know if we quite do, but
so I don't want to get too much into that end of things, but there's really no such thing as peacetime.
No. And what's to say at the very top of that thing? 222 years, I believe.
Yeah.
You said the percentage. Yeah, 222 out of 239 years.
93% of the time. So here's a graph showing that. Let's see, peacetime and then wartime years. So anyway, I thought that was something that was very interesting to share. All right, how about, let's get out of this, Keith. And why don't we finish up? Shall we finish up with your quotes there?
Sure.
Okay.
Do a couple of quotes here.
Yeah. All right. So
I have to use my glasses again. I think my glasses might become a
smack
prop.
and jack standard.
A smack and jack prop. I mean, it kind of looks
right.
nice with my hat, but I can barely see my cup of coffee, let alone. I got a couple of patriotic quotes, I think. I was going to do them in character. I can't remember exactly how JFK sounds, so I'm just going to read it off. I look forward to a great future for America, a future in which our country will match its military strength with our moral restraint, as well as our wisdom, its power with our purpose.
I like that one.
John F. Kennedy.
Make sure you speak up.
Okay. This is from Barack Obama. Does that really sound like Barack Obama? Not really?
Well, not really, but kind of.
Barack Obama?
If you tell me.
I'm telling you. Well, I don't really.
With the Bill Clinton hand?
Yeah, that's my Bill Clinton hand. Okay. Anyway, we the people recognize that we have responsibilities as well as rights, that our destinies are bound together, that a freedom which only asks us what's in it for me, a freedom without a commitment to others, a freedom without love or charity or duty or patriotism is unworthy of our funding ideals and those who died in their defense.
Cool.
Yes, that's pretty profound. I think Barack always had a good. So that's my patriotic quotes for the week.
All right.
Okay.
Bravo, brother.
Yeah.
Bravo. So I think that brings us to. We went over the facts. We did some quotes. We did the wartime years, our roll call. Is there anything else that we wanted to mention before we do our final video to kind of close up this segment?
Yeah, I also saw something. I just wrote down a bunch of these. There was also a Paralyzed Veterans of America website, and that's, a lot of these kids come back and busted up.
Yep. And you're going to see a little bit of that in our next video.
Yes, that's something you should definitely look into. Again, it's a, these are all.
Yeah, once they come back,
to bring out awareness to, they paralyzed. That's physical. Most of them come back, mentally having some problems.
Yep.
But anyway,
if I can say something about that. A few years ago, I heard, I believe, a veteran speaking on the radio was being interviewed, and he was saying that the equipment has gotten better for them as far as protecting them, But often what happens, and this is just the truth that I heard him say, is that often, 50 years ago with those injuries, they would have died.
Yes.
Today, they get these injuries. They survive because of the equipment, but the rest of their lives are completely affected because of the loss of limb or something like that. The equipment's keeping them alive, whereas years ago they would have died from those injuries.
Yes.
So that's just a sad truth, and when you think about that,
and it's something we can't forget about either. You
Right.
see this on the news all the time. These people trying to get back into their lives and all that kind of stuff. And it almost seems like sometimes we do forget about that. There's everyday occurrences with some frivolous things that are happening on the media, and in popular culture and all that kind of stuff, and we forget about that. And it's something we can't forget about. The people that are, they're still here, but they have given their lives because they have been forever altered.
Yep, forever.
Yep.
So, okay, and then you had one more there? Is that something we already shared? The
yeah, I don't know if we did or not, but there's homeless vets. There's over 120,000 homeless vets in America today. So, and that's something else that...
that's a huge number.
It's just... For somebody that served to come home and end up with nothing,
exactly.
it's a sad, and I don't know how to fix that either. But it's
and then their income that they get from the military, after they're served. I don't know how that works.
No,
I'm sure somebody else does. But
so
we were gonna post a whole lot of these sites, but a lot of this stuff everybody can research this information themselves. We just want to
just take a minute.
Right?
When I was doing this, it's just that it makes you stop and think about how lucky we are to have people like that have
exactly.
Whether you believe in what we're doing abroad or the political, all this kind of stuff, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people like that.
Exactly.
So over the last 222 years of war.
You're right.
So, all right, what else we got, Joel?
Okay, so to finish up our veteran spotlight in our show here today, we're going to do our birthday minute after we get this done. But I wanted to put together a video, so to encompass all veterans and so forth. And I was trying to figure this out, and I thought, well, what better than to have a soundtrack by my students? One of our concerts a few years ago, we did this real nice piece called Thank You Soldiers. And I thought that would be really cool. So this last video here for our Veterans Day segment is actually my children singing, my 4th and 5th graders, in addition with our other elementary school, Bethel Springs Elementary, directed by Melissa Adam. We did our finale, and we had a video going at the time and all that. And I will say there is a CD accompanying us. There's like an orchestra you hear in this.
Okay.
This is the one time in my 20-some years teaching that we actually used a CD soundtrack.
Okay.
But it comes through pretty good. It actually sounds like they're right there with us playing, right? So anyway, so this is...
let me just clarify, that's not the Smack and Jack Orchestra.
That is not the Smack and Jack Orchestra.
Okay.
No, they're...
Okay.
No.
Illegal, I know. Yeah,
Right.
okay. Yes. Okay. Just to clarify.
Okay. All right. So here's our final Veterans Day presentation, and we'll wrap up with the birthday minute. But here we go. Let's give me just a second here. This video is much shorter than the first one, so stick around for us here on this one. Okay. Okay.
Very nicely done,
All
Joel.
right.
Yeah, that was nice. Very nice.
So as I said earlier, we'll put those videos right on our Facebook page.
Okay.
And then I'll load them right up to YouTube as well.
Okay.
Now in that video, we heard a little bit of background sound. Again, that was a live. The music was a live recording. So we heard some audience going on in there, and that's what happens.
Yeah,
when
the
you get
choir
live
sounded really nice. Yeah,
they
very nicely
sounded great
done.
on that
Yep.
one. Thank you. So okay, so let's finish up with our
our most popular segment.
yeah, with our
I
birthday
think, yes,
minute.
Yes.
and then we'll be done for today. All right,
Okay.
folks.
Yep.
Here we go. Birthday minute.
And now it's time for the Smack and Jack Birthday Minute.
Birthday minute!
Birthday minute. Birthday minute.
Woo-hoo. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
This is a
everybody.
great day to
Yes,
have
it
a
is.
birthday on
Yes, it
Smack
is.
and Jack.
It sure is.
Awesome.
And-
Okay.
Okay, while you're getting your stuff lined up there, I want to say our it's a patriotic birthday to General George S. Patton.
How about that?
Yeah, he was born November 11th, 1885. And as everybody knows, he is U.S. 7th Army in the Mediterranean and European theaters of World War II. He is best known for his leadership of the U.S. 3rd Army in France and Germany following the Allied invasion of Normandy in 1944. So he was a very big figure in World War II, and he just happened to be born on Veterans Day.
Yeah,
so
probably one of those names that everybody's at least familiar with.
yes. That, so happy birthday, General Patton. Okay.
All
All right. Let's.
Okay. So shall we get into our
People a little closer to home. Let's see who else is born today.
All right, here we go. So into our birthday minute starting today.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm filled with the whole veterans thing.
All right. So today, Saturday, November the 11th. Woohoo! We start with Alan, Alice, Amanda, and Robert.
And Adam.
And Adam. Is Adam today?
It's Adam Schwartz, a buddy of mine. It just came up on
Okay,
the Facebook
cool.
thing.
All right.
So
Happy
he won't be
birthday.
watching, but happy birthday to Adam.
All right. I like that we have Alan, Alice, Amanda, Adam, all the A's, right?
Yes.
Followed up by Robert. All right. Very good. Let's go on till to tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Sunday, November 12th, we have Frank, Jess, and Samantha. Woohoo! Happy birthday. Monday, November 13th, we have Beth and Donna. Woohoo! Happy birthday. Tuesday the 14th, Barry, Catherine, Cindy, and Kevin. Happy birthday, guys. Woohoo! Wednesday the 15th, we have Beth, Bunny, and Nicole. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And then Thursday the 16th, we have Brian and Heather. Happy birthday. Woo-hoo. All right, Friday the 17th, we have Kara, Janet, Michael, and Robert. Happy birthday. And then 1 week from today, Saturday, November the 18th, we have Kara.
Happy birthday, Carol.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, guys.
Happy birthday, everybody.
Woohoo.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
All right, here we go. Happy birthday, guys.
All right.
Here we go.
And that was the Smack and Jack Birthday Minute.
Birthday minute! Birthday minute!
All right. Well, I think we've come to the end of our show today. This show went a little bit longer than I was expecting,
Not
quite
too
frankly.
bad, though. We
But
packed
not
a
bad.
lot of stuff into
Yeah,
it. So,
we had
yes.
a great time putting this
Yes,
together.
we
This is
did.
probably the one show we put our most preparation into.
You put a lot, and I actually put more than I normally do.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I
Absolutely.
was up grinding the midnight, burning the something
Absolutely.
about oil or something. I don't know. Some '80s band reference.
All right, yeah, yes.
Midnight,
Midnight oil. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so it's not midnight crude oil, is it, or just midnight?
Just midnight.
Okay, so we're going to get ourselves moving here, off and out of here. So we'll see you again next week, right?
Yes. Come back next week. And remember, you deserve a thought of your own.
All right, be in touch. Thank you, veterans. Have
Thank
a
you.
great day.
Bye.
All right, bye, guys.
Jack up your heels, smack down in the face. Check it out, smack down in the face. Jack up your heels, smack down in the face. Jack it out, smack down in the face. Jack up your heels, smack down in the face. Check it out, check it out, check it out.